Our story begins, as most good ones do, with an idea. Maybe this naive romance reader is brilliant, or she's incredibly dumb, reading her first horror novel alone in a tent all through the night. What could go wrong? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jordan, and I am willingly, but probably idiotically, signing myself up for this challenge. No one is forcing me to do this. It is strictly for entertainment purposes, and I'm just really, really hoping that I don't die tonight. Hi friends, I'm Jordan. If you're new here, this is not my normal type of video, by the way. If you haven't gathered already, I'm in a tent, and I will be reading Misery. This is my first Stephen King book, and also my very first horror book ever. So this does apparently take place in the winter, hence the snowy house. I didn't know that when I chose this as the book that I would be reading. The reason I chose this one is because it is horror, but I also heard that it's not the worst of his worst. And quite frankly, guys, I consider myself quite the wimp. Okay, other than growing up watching the creepy slasher movies, which still stick with me, okay? I am a wimp. I'm excited to try this little experiment, to do this fun video, but I've been literally dreading it. I did hear that Pet Sematary is actually his scariest book. Apparently even he says that is his scariest book. And I was tempted, guys, to just jump in, right into the deep end. But there's a lot of wild animals around. My biggest fear of the night is actually coyotes, because we hear them all the time, and I'm actually terrified they're gonna come eat me while I'm in here. And we have buried fish back here, so I was yeah, I'm not doing anything with animals of all things. I'm more afraid of animals right now than I am of someone else coming in and taking me or something crazy. But maybe this book will change that, because I'm pretty sure this is kidnapping stalker story. Let's just see how this goes. I'm really eager to see if I'm even scared at all. I feel like I'm either going to cry actual tears and be terrified tonight, especially if I hear coyotes, or I'm gonna be wow, that was super anticlimactic and I'm less of a wimp than I thought I was. That dedication? This is for Stephanie and Jim Leonard, who know why. Boy, do they. That's very questionable. Already on chapter 1, this woman is resuscitating him, and I am so grossed out. He is describing her lips as hard, spitless lips, and her breath like a dank suck of wind. Is this how horror is? Like, is it just gross? Because this is really grossing me out. Her lips as dry and dead as strips of salted leather? No. I know this is pitiful. You can see my breath. Do you guys see that? I can't tell if you can see it on camera and I'm just looking at it. It's really cold, okay? So I'm up against the cold right now. I'm freezing, like actually freezing. And it's only 8:43. So it's only gonna get colder. Secondly, I came into this video feeling really tired tonight. So I'm already exhausted and it's not even 9 o'clock and I'm 25 pages into the book. So I'm gonna switch to audio and do a little puzzle and hopefully get through like another hour listening to the book.
You do, don't you, Paul? He began to wait for the clock to chime. 2 chimes. The chimes came. He lay propped up on the pillows watching the door. She came in.
I understand that this man is being held captive, but he just drank his own pee. I really need to know if all horror is gross like this. Logically, he's surviving. Like, that's smart, drink your pee. But I'm reading about it, and it's gross. Also, though, I hope this isn't too spoilery. This might be spoilery, but not really. I don't know. I think it's fine. Ultimately, this woman is like a reader scorned, okay? She is mad that he killed off her favorite character. Now, am I saying that I am at all understanding the psychotic side of this woman? Of course not, okay? Do not hear what I'm not saying. But do I understand how she feels when an author kills off your favorite character? My favorite characters have been killed off many times. And I kind of giggled, honestly, when this woman is throwing an absolute fit because she got to the part of the book where her favorite character dies. Why was that relatable? Why could I understand her feelings there? I'm gonna keep reading. It is now 9:30, and according to the audiobook, I have 3 hours and 50 minutes left. I am literally freezing. Like, I feel like I'm struggling to even focus on this book because I'm so cold. Like, I can't even feel my fingers. I did put the puzzle away. Still listening to the audio, but I was doing like audio with tandem reading right now. But I'm halfway through the book officially, and I just am not like really into it. 2 thoughts, other than the fact that like there's been those really gross moments, and obviously this woman is psycho. I feel a little bit like nothing is happening. The entire premise is like this guy is trapped in her house. Like, how much can happen in this like single setting with just 2 characters? And so I just feel a little bit uninterested. And secondly, the other portions of the story are him like writing a continuation of this book that she loves. And I just got through a section that, you know, he was writing like 7 more chapters for that book. And I'm just kind of confused because we're jumping into a storyline for a book that this man wrote, but I didn't read these 4 or 5 books. So I'm like jumping into the end of a storyline that he is now continuing on. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't care about these characters either. And I was a little confused. So it's not going great, guys. I'm freezing, I'm tired, and I'm not loving the book. I'm committed though. I'm gonna finish. I've got halfway to go. I think I'm gonna turn on my little electric heater because maybe if I warm up a bit, I won't lose my fingers at least. And I think I'm gonna color for a little bit to also like get me moving and stay awake. So here's to hoping though that the second half of this book is better than the first half has been.
Mommy hid. And now he was struck by an idea of such intense loveliness, in terms of plot at least. They looked up, mouth open, eyes wide. 3 necessary points. 1. How does Mrs. H react to his star suspicions? She should be either murderous or kicked upstairs. I prefer scared, but think AW like murderous. Okay, murder. Does Misery find out her mom lived with the possibility that not just one, but 2 of her daughters had been buried alive rather than speak up? Then the rain came and things changed. Uncalled as electricity. Whenever the arrows go into his mind, he immediately called the rain police. One night he dreamed that Mr. Rancho Grande returned to Annie's place.
The scene with the rat. Oh my gosh. Guys, is this horror? Like, is this what horror is? I am grossed out. I'm not terrified. I'm not scared. I'm not even like all that intrigued. I'm just grossed out. This scene with the rat. Oh Lord. I've got exactly 2 hours left. This is gonna be a very long 2 hours.
Sleep. He and his first wife had honeymooned on Maui. They were down the well. This smell reminded him of the smell of the pig they'd brought out of the pit where it had cooked all day. The pig had been on a stick, saggy, black, falling apart by the bin, thrown out of the well pit. Ivy had turned away, the ball had watched, fascinated, his mind, sleepless, pain, gods, pain, oh, Africa. She stood looking at him, at the darkening bloody sheet, the vague...
I literally feel like I just want to cry. I don't even understand. He went there. I am in shock. I don't even know. I have basically 100 pages left. I'm just hoping that this is all like a fever dream or something. That is the only thing that is helping me at this very moment, not DNF, is like hoping that this guy's having like a dream. Because the scene that I just read, I literally just want to cry because it was so messed up. And to think like this is basic horror, like this is borderline, is it even horror? Like it's so gross and that was so gory. I don't know. I'm a little like disturbed by this right now. I'm not scared at all. I'm disturbed. All right. It's 11:45. Let's see in the audio because I'm kind of still tandem reading. I have an hour and 20 minutes left. So that'd be amazing if I could finish by 1 a.m. And then I'm probably gonna go sleep inside.
He thought he could still hear her laughing and laughing and laughing. Hear crickets singing just outside the house on the wind front. And then sometime later, he heard the stealthy noises he'd been afraid of. The low, momentary stuff and story of the rats. This is a presentation of Simon Schuster Audio.
What? I am literally going to think about this and tune back in. I think I'm gonna go sleep inside. Guys, I don't even know. I don't even know right now. I'll see you in the morning. I am very reluctantly back in this tent, but I felt like naturally we had to close this out in the tent. Just waiting for an airplane to finish going over. It is Saturday, so it's like extra busy right now, and I'm gonna be battling a lot of noises by trying to film outside. Anyways, I don't even know yet what I'm gonna star rate this book. I really strongly disliked it. I'm so sorry to say, I'm so sorry for all of my friends who enjoy horror. I think it's pretty safe to say that it is not for me. That's not surprising at all. There was not a single moment reading that book in the middle of the night, alone in this tent, that I felt afraid. I felt disturbed and grossed out. There's certain images were described in that book that I am gonna struggle to like not think of from this day forward. Someone messaged me and was like, oh my gosh, the movie, and I'm like, hard pass. Like, I will never watch that movie because I can't imagine physically watching that. I think it's safe to say I'm not a horror girly. What you didn't see though is as soon as I was done with the book, I recorded a quick like thing. I said something to you guys and I turned everything off and it got quiet. And I'm telling you, it was almost 2 in the morning at that time and I heard footsteps, like clear footsteps, like shuffling around. Let's just ignore that if you can hear it. It is literally someone like, I think they're pressure washing their house, like something crazy is going on over there. I literally called my husband. I woke him up and was like, please like go to a window and just watch me come inside. I could have been reading a romance novel though, and I still would have frozen in fear hearing someone like outside in the middle of the night. So that had nothing to do with the book. I wasn't like afraid because of the book. My fight or flight was non-existent. I froze and was like, if I'm silent, they won't know that there's someone in this tent. And I was just like, get me inside now. I was like, I'm done. I did my reading. I read the book. I'm going to sleep in my own bed. But it was fun. I'm really glad I did this. This is something I've been like wanting to do. I thought it was a fun experience. I'm not eager to ever try it again. However, I'm not saying I never will try it again. I really think it's safe to say that that's not my genre, which no one is surprised. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video and I will see you guys in the next one.
In the end, we did not make a horror reader out of her this time.